Hey guys, Chrono here with the first inaugural edition of our Warmerise podcast thing. It'll probably be happening every week or two, probably every week, because that's when tournaments are supposed to happen. So this is largely going to be happening throughout the tournament. It might go after, we'll have to see how it goes through the tournament. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. Joining me today, we've got Fairy, Deathbringer, Vivek, Star, and I am obviously Chrono Spectrum. So how is everyone doing today?
Did you say my name?
Probably.
Yeah, you did say your name.
Great.
I'm sure.
That's all I need.
We also have Vivek. Anyway, how you doing?
Yes. Hello. Hey guys. Chrono here. Abby, what?
Oh god. All right. So before we get too far out of sync with each other, let's go ahead and talk about what we're doing. What we're doing this for. Basically, we're here to talk about the tournament. So the tournament should be starting when? Star, go.
It should be starting this Saturday, the 27th of July.
Good answer. Let's pick someone else. DB, do you know how many teams we have so far?
We have 18 per applications, but we're gonna draft out, I don't know, maybe 16 teams in total in the end. So I'm not sure. We're gonna get more applications soon because people mostly apply at the meantime. So
Are we
I
limiting
can't
it
say
to
for
16?
sure. I that's what I said. I'm not sure how much of the limit are we gonna set up because it depends on the number of applications we get. So we're obviously gonna get an even number so we can have a proper brackets.
I see.
So-
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Right on. So, we can't talk too much about what's going to happen in the future because we don't have the event system going. Vivek, do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, we've sent a message to Max. He'll hopefully be getting to that eventually. So once we get the event system running, we'll know what the brackets are.
So
and all the
for
teams.
for everyone who's been asking, who am I playing against? When are the matches? What are the prizes? The prizes are actually coming up later. For those first two questions, we can't give you the answer until we get the event system running or we switch to something else. We would like to use the event system because it did work pretty well last year. So that's our first choice, but we're gonna play it by ear. We might have to end up putting the tournament off a week. We want not to do that, but if we don't have a choice, then we don't have a choice. But that'll be something that we announce well in advance. Okay, so I think there's one topic in particular about the tournament that I really want to talk about, and I think I want to get Ferry and DB's opinion on this, just because the last time we talked about it on our previous take, they had very good answers. So let's talk about Immitate and his partner Fuge. They both registered on the forum publicly, so there was a bit of reaction to that. A lot of people said, well, I guess we lost the tournament. So I wanted to pick your brains about that. Ferry, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So from what I know from quite a few people who've played with Immitate, is that he's quite a good player. Like, he's very good. Best people in his clan, from what I've been told by his clanmates. As well as that, I know that people have said that Fudge is very good, even though he's not like at a high rank. It's because he doesn't play much. But I know he has pretty good aim, and that he has pretty good plasma skills as well. So yeah, I feel like they're an important team to look out for as well in the tournament.
Okay, so DB, I know you have a slightly different opinion. You want to go through that really quickly?
Yeah, so basically I'm just gonna summarize what I said before. My opinion is kind of different from what most people stereotyping at the moment. Most people think that it's a very lethal combination of these two, and they're definitely it's really evident that they're gonna win the tournament. But I think it's not like that because I haven't seen Imhotep or Fudge playing that much in the game recently. And it's not about having a good experience. It's about being active on the game and knowing all the changes that's coming through. And we all know we're gamers. We play a lot of games, and every single game have different features and different controls. So I used to play this game a lot, and I was really good at it. But right now I'm just literally nothing. So same goes for them. I don't think it's about practice. If they're practicing really good, then of course they'll be they have really good chance to win. But it's not that they have good experience that makes them evident to be the winners. So I will go against that. And one of the things that I touched off in this is that people have this conception that Imhotep has been a very renowned hacker. He've been known by the name of Immortal, who was banned by Max for hacking. And even in the last tournament, people has been suspecting and have been accusing him for hacking. And we've been on the administration, on the organizing panel, have been looking and investigating on the clips we got from him from the last previous tournaments. And honestly, we didn't actually got any clue or any hints that he'd been hacking. We've been looking closely at him. And I know in this tournament, if they're winning, obviously there are going to be people that are going to come up and say that they're hacking. So that issue is definitely going to come up, and I think we're quite ready to deal with that. And that's it from my side.
I agree. We've done a pretty consistent job in the past of keeping an eye out for hackers, of being sort of aware of the matches, and also going through our footage in retrospect, sort of looking at that. So I'm not too worried about hackers because we've got a lot of practice now looking for those things. So let's go ahead and move on. This next topic is the big one. It's new information about the tournament, and I think you guys are really going to like it. So I'm going to pass it over to Star to talk about all the rewards that everyone gets this time.
So the prizes are what everyone wants to know about. It's probably one of the biggest things we've been asked about so far. So I'm going to go over the quick overview of what we have so far. But keep in mind that this may increase based on the prize pool and how much cash we actually get. So for first place, we have 50K per person, which is 100K for the whole team. For the first place runner-up, there's 20K per person as well. For the semifinalists, there's 15K per person. Quarterfinalists is 9K. And for everyone who participated, there's 1K.
So all of those are going to be added together, right? So if you reach champion, you get 50K plus 15 plus 9 plus 1, which is 50, 65, 75K per person. So yeah, don't think that 50K is the total of what you're getting. It's actually higher than that. And again, once we get the event system running, we can get donations going through like we did last year. And then if we get a sufficient amount of donations, those rewards could actually go up significantly. Last year they doubled. I can't promise that this year, but I mean, last year they doubled. We got a ton of money last year. It was really, really cool. So I think I'm gonna go to Vivek for one last question before we sort of take off and call this a day. Vivek, who do you think we should be watching in this first rounds of matches when they start? What team do you think we should be keeping an eye on?
Okay, so we already talked about one team, the Imhotep and Fuge. Yeah, that's one team. Also, Kazuya and Lycos. They are pretty scary too. Also, there's probably going to be upsets throughout the tournament.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, because there's a lot of good players so far that have signed up.
Okay, well, that's all I had, unless somebody else wanted to jump in with something.
What's your guys' views on Psycho? Because he's in the tournament too, and he won the last tournament.
Oh yeah.
And Vivek didn't even mention him.
Not a threat.
Vivek.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your view on him? Simon.
See, I just forget everyone that placed higher than me.
Or Sino.
I like to keep that in my memory. See if Trey was participating too. Probably forget about him.
I think his team has a pretty good chance this time because he won the last one. But there's some pretty good players still this time around too. So he might not win this one necessarily.
Yeah. But also you have to watch out for his teammate, Simone. I've seen him around. He plays really well too. Probably on par with Psycho.
Well, hopefully we get a lot of really good matches this time. I didn't get to do much by way of commentating or streaming last year. I'm hoping to make up for that this year, and I'm hoping to see some really good matches from you guys. So that's all we've got for this inaugural episode of the Warmerise podcast, which I'm sure we'll give a better name later. So yeah, take care guys, and I'll see you next week.
Adios.
See ya.
Bye.